Alrighty, how's everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth. This is Spiritual State, and yes, your spirit is at stake. Here lately, we have been going through our Bible breakdown, our Bible study, and our Bible reading, however you want to call it, our burn and learn, our smoke and study session. We are in Genesis chapter 38, a quick overview of 37. Chapter 37 was speaking about Israel's sons, and how he had the youngest son, Joseph, and how his love for his younger son caused the other brothers to hate, to plot, and ultimately sell Jacob off to the Ishmaelites. Yeah. So, y'all know how we do. Without no further ado, you're going to fire up, go on fire up. Your Bible should already be open. And we finna go into chapter 38. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adullamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And he took her and went in unto her. And she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name And she conceived again and bare a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Chisholm when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilt it on the ground, lest that he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also. So, Judah's firstborn, was considered to be wicked. But had a wife. But was considered to be wicked in the eyesight of the Lord, and to say the Lord slew him. Now we can go down and see what the definition of slew is. Let's go in here. I'm gonna try my pocket one first. We know what the definition is. We're gonna get a technical definition of slew. Is past tense to slay. And slay is kill, overwhelm with amusement. But after the passing of Judah told the brother Onan to go in and marry the wife, to be with him, to have seed, and to raise the seeds up for his brother. Onan go in, he lay with the wife, and he put his seeds on the ground. Say this displeased the Most High, and slew him. 11. Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, Remain a widow at thy father's house till Shelah my son be grown, for he said, Least peradventure he die also as his brethren did. And Tamar went and dwelt in her father's house. And in process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. And Judah was comforted and went up unto his sheep shears to Timnah, he and his friend Hira the Adullamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnah to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garment off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way to Timnah. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way, and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee. For he knew that she was his daughter-in-law. For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, What wilt thou give me, that thou may cometh in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid from the flock. And she said, Wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? And he said, What pledge shall I give thee? And she said, Thy signet and thy bracelet and thy staff that is in thy hand. And he gave it her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. And she arose, and went away, and laid by her veil from her, and put on the garment of her widowhood. And Judah set the kid by the hand of his friend, the Abdullamite, to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not. Then he asked the men of that place, saying, Where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside? And they said, There was no harlot in this place. So Judah, they messed around and laid with his daughter-in-law. Because Onan was supposed to go into the wife, Timnah, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Tamar, my apologies. He was supposed to go into Tamar and be with Tamar when he got older. When the younger Shiloh, when he got older. But Shelah is interested in Timnah. So the girl covered her face, and it's crazy that they made an emphasis to say that he thought that she was a harlot because she covered her face. Not because of the way she was dressed, not because of the way she carried herself, but because of the fact that she had her face covered. And so he went into her and laid with him. And she conceded to him. He made an oath to her. Now he going back and she gone. He asking the people around, he like, what a woman, where's the harlot that was out here? She was out here in the open. Everybody seen her. They like, hey, we ain't seen her. We ain't seen no harlot. Because it wasn't a harlot, it was his daughter-in-law. 22. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. And Judah said, let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law has played the harlot, and also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, bring her forth and let her be burnt. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man whose these are am I with child. And she said, discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet and bracelets and staff. So Tamar already had the game. She already had it when a part of the arrangement before he could come into the house. She like, you gotta give me your bracelet. Let me get that up at you. Let me get that staff. Let me get this signet. These gonna be what they call it? Collateral. Yeah. This is gonna be your collateral that you can get into the house. And so Judah, wanting to get in there gave her all that, and she let Judah in the house. So now, when the word get back to Judah, they're like, hey, Tamar, they acted like she was a harlot out here, and now she done got pregnant by a whoredom. Judah like, hey, well, bring her out here, put on the forefront, we're going to burn her. So they bring her out there. Now, keep in mind, she is pregnant. He didn't care. He knew she was pregnant before he said, we're going to bring her out here and burn her. They say right here, 24, saying it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law has played the harlot, and also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, bring her forth and let her be burnt. He didn't care that she was with child. And then she say, well, the man who these signets, who these belong to, is the father of this child. "26. And Judah acknowledged them and said, she has been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah, my son. I'm gonna figure out how to pronounce that right too. And he knew her again no more. And it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back his hand that, because his brother came out, and she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Pharez. And afterwards came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zara. Now, that is the end of 38. An overview of 37, just a quick one. Y'all feel like Tamar was wrong? Y'all feel like she was dirty? That she played that role? Because she was married to the first brother, and he died. So he was considered wicked in the sight of the Most High, and he slew him. And then the second brother go in, Onan, and take her, and he supposed to take her to be his wife and raise up the seed unto his brother's name. But he with her, and he putting his seed on the floor. So this upset the Most High, and it caused him to be alleviated, executed. It say slew. That's what the word say. I ain't making this up. And so we got the younger brother now, Shelah, but he ain't old enough. So Judah tells Tamar, when Shelah get old enough, I'm going to let him come in there and he's going to be with you. But when Shelah get old, he is attracted to Timnah. He wants to be with Timnah. And so, Tamar been waiting this time on Shelah to get old enough. And when he does get old enough, he wants to be with Timnah. And so Tamar is mad about it. Tamar, however you want to say it, she mad about it. And she concoct a plan in her head. And so she dressed up like a harlot. Say Judah coming down there and seen her. And asked her, can he come in? Can I come in? She said, why I let you come in? You got to give me something. You got to give me something right now. You talking about you going to give me a kid. Now you got to give me something right now. And he gave her everything. Gave her his his jury, gave his staff, gave his signet, went in, laid with her, got her pregnant. 3 months later, he find out, they come tell him, hey, you know, Tamar was down there acting like a harlot, and she pregnant by whoredom. They ain't say she was just pregnant. They say she pregnant by whoredom. And he say, bring her out here, and we gonna burn her up. And she come out, you can't burn me up because this your baby. Now, according to Judah, Judah acknowledged it and said that she was more honorable than he was because he had made her an oath that he didn't keep his end. I'm just saying. And then she had twins. Perez and Zara. That we're going to say. And say Zara came out first, stuck his hand out. They wrapped the scarlet ribbon around and say he come out first. He dipped his hand back in and say Perez pop out. Took the spotlight and came up out of there first. It's a significance in all of it. So do you think that Tamar was wrong? In my mind, I'm still stuck on the fact that I ain't stuck on the fact, but it's just, if you see it, even after Judah knew that the woman was pregnant by whoredom, he was still going to let her be burnt up until it was his baby. Until it was made him look dishonorable. I'm just saying. But anyway, that was chapter 38. It's wild. Do you think Tamar was wrong? You think Judah was wrong? And my question is, how we go from 37 to them selling out Joseph, and we pop back here in 38, and now we talking about Judah and his sons and Tamar and Timnah. They try to throw you off. But we're going to keep it all together here. That's what we do. This spiritual state. I'm G, the seeker of truth. And until next time, y'all stay elevated.